Good morning and welcome to Learning Body. This is Sir Marvin and today we will be talking about the English 6 topic for quarter 2, weeks 6 to 8. Sources of information. Today you will know what are the types of the sources of information. We have print materials, we have broadcast materials, we also have online materials. Today we will know what are the differences among these three types of information materials or sources of information. When we say print materials, this consists of all written or printed materials. Examples: printed textbooks, workbooks, reference books, magazines, newspapers, or newspaper and journals. When we say broadcast materials, these are resources transmitted to public through radio and television. Examples: commercials, movies, sports, interviews, documentaries, daily news, weather, and weather forecasts, and announcements. When we say online materials, these are learning resources that are made available online. Examples: vlogs, podcasts, audiobooks, ebooks, videos, mobile applications, web pages, social media, and email or electronic mails. When we say print materials that I have mentioned earlier, these are the examples. Let me repeat: printed books, workbooks, reference books, magazines, newspapers, and journals. So you can see the examples. You can see these examples. These are the examples of print materials or printed materials. As you can see, a book is a printed or an example of a printed material because a book is having the text that is printed. Same with the newspaper, right? When you read a newspaper, you can see the text that are printed. Also the magazines and other journals. When we say print materials, it can also be those that are written by the hand. Some of the books or some of the notes can be read and can be noticed that are written by the hand and not printed. Those can be classified as print materials. Remember, examples of print materials are books, periodicals or journals, magazines, and newspapers. Let's proceed with the next. When we say broadcast materials, these are resources transmitted to public through radio or television. Commercials, movies, sports, interviews, documentaries, daily news, weather, forecasts, and announcements. Examples to be shown: CNN News, interview, social media or social media applications, movies, vlogs, and sports documentaries or coverage. These are examples of broadcast media. The reason why we call them broadcast because they are broadcasted through movies, sports, interviews, etc. Next, let's proceed. Alright, you can see mail. This is classified to online materials. Online materials are the materials or resources that are made available online. Examples: blogs, podcasts, audiobooks, ebooks, videos, mobile applications, web pages, social media, and email or electronic mail. Nowadays we are fond of using the electronic mail, and not the snail mail. So social media like Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, etc. are classified to online materials because they are the types or the sources of information that can be found through online or with the use of the internet connection. So these are the types of information that you can find in the online world. Such as that. So these are materials that you can see in the online world. So such as this one, right? So this is a type of material or resource that can be read through the use of online or with the use of the internet connection. Alright, so Always be careful in absorbing information from online sources in terms of authorship, credibility, and authenticity, since some may contain invalid and or false information. Now in social media, there are a lot of fake news or false information. All you need to do is just to be careful, right, when you absorb these information from online sources, because you might commit plagiarism. To avoid that, you must see to it or make sure that you recognize or acknowledge the author of that particular article that you are trying to get your ideas from, okay, or use as your presentation or assignment. Of course, the credibility. Is that material a credible one? Is that true? Or is the written idea or information in that particular article is reliable? All you need to do is just to be careful and double check what you are trying to get from the online world, right? So avoid the false information, okay? Practice time. Directions. Identify what type of sources of information is given in each number. Number 1. Tips from YouTube about how to write sentences correctly. Number 2. Your friend gave you information through email. Number 3. Your teacher asked you to read the story from a textbook. Number 4. You got an idea from watching a documentary show. And number 5. You knew something by watching a TV commercial. Answer now. Done? Let's proceed. Correct. Number 1, the answer is online material. Number 2, online material. Number 3, printed material. Number 4, online material. And number 5, broadcast material. For those who got 5, it means that you have absorbed the short topic or discussion of today's lesson or in today's lesson. Remember, the sources of information are print materials, broadcast materials, and online materials. In print materials, these are any of the written or printed materials that we read, okay? While in broadcast materials are any information we get from watching or listening. Online materials, on the other hand, are the information that made available through the use of the internet. Okay? It is important to know the different sources of information to compare and contrast the information to make sure that we get or what we get are true, reliable, or credible information. Thank you for watching this video, and please subscribe and like and share this video. Hit the notification bell for more upcoming videos and comment down below your suggested topics that you want to learn about. Again, this is Sir Marvin and I am your learning buddy. Thank you and mabuhay ka!